What's up, you guys? Welcome back to 12th House Tarot. My name's Renee, if you don't know me, and those of you who are subscribed and whatnot, hello, welcome back. So today we are doing a pick a pile reading on the topic of who are you in a past life? Now, this is going to be kind of a soul retrieval type of message. We're going to dig deep and discover what type of person, who you were in a past life, karmic situations that you might have dealt with, and how that is currently affecting your present situation. And then we're going to get some advice to see how you can move forward with this knowledge, okay? So for group one, we have this little yellow tarot deck with the amethyst, okay? So that's group one. Group two, we have these are all tarot decks, okay? So we got this other little tarot deck right here with a glass rock. So that's for group two. And for group three, we have this raw rose quartz. Okay, so that's for group three. And for group four, we have an extra deck because I figured we'll have some more variety, you know what I'm saying? We have the selenite heart. All right, so that's for group four. Okay, go ahead and meditate on whichever one you felt drawn to first. Always listen to your first mind. Timestamps will be down below, and I will see y'all in a second. All right. All right, you guys, if you chose group one with this amethyst, this is going to be your reading. All right, so we're going to ask Spirit, who were you in a past life? All right, so we're going to first pull from some oracle cards. Spirit, who is group one in a past life? Oh, hello. I just heard the word whimsical. Oh, hello. That was really fast. Okay, so I am getting, oh wow, okay. I'm feeling kind of Sagittarian energy. I'm feeling very sparky energy. It could be like fire type of energy. Whenever I talk about the zodiacs, I'm not talking about just the sign, I'm talking about the archetype. Okay, so the energy that I'm feeling is this. Okay, I feel this, it's very fast. It's almost like you might have ADD right now, like in this life, like you've been labeled as having ADD. Short attention span is what it feels like. It feels as though you might have been kind of the jokester, whether it was in your tribe or the light-hearted one. The first card we do have is Sacred Healing and the Medicine Drum. Okay. And the card right next to that is the card of Creativity and Fire. Okay. This is an energy of somebody who knew how to bring everybody together. I'm feeling this community type of energy. The next card we do have is Forward Moving, or Moving Forward with the Air. Okay. And on the bottom of the deck we have Soul Awakening Medicine Pouch. Very tribal energy I'm feeling from this group. In a past life, you may have been a part of an indigenous tribe, is what it feels like. Um, it feels very wild, and I'm getting this energy like in my sacral chakra right now. Like I can feel this movement. Like I feel dancing. You might be drawn to like dancing music beats, and that's because that's something that's ingrained into your DNA. That is, it feels very tribal by nature. Um, you have, I'm feeling that you have a connection with your ancestors. There's something about your DNA. There's something very tribal, a continuum. Like it's just this very continuum beat that I'm feeling. Let's see what else. I'm also getting this message that in the tribe, you may have been the one who would stand guard and to watch at the horizon for danger. Like if anyone was gonna come, you know, you were the night watcher. That's what it feels like. You were a night watcher. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some more oracle cards just to see the context. Spirit, who is group one in a past life? Hmm. Who is group one in a past life? It like I just get this energy of somebody who stood guard and would defend, whether it was the tribe or you would defend uh, the king or the queen, somebody who just stands guard. And so now you might be that type of person with your own family where you're very protective of your loved ones, is this message that's coming through. The first card that we do have is the card of truth. Okay. And I will say at the bottom of the deck, we have the card of discernment. I'm hearing a message of, you know, like a cupbearer for a king, where the cupbearer would drink the king's cup before the king would have it in case it was poisoned. I'm hearing sacrificial lamb. Uh, Somebody who would die for honor. The next card we do have is the card of surrender. You felt it was your duty. Like I just feel this strong duty to, it's like you had this understanding that the tribe came before the individual, that you would lay your life down for your tribe or for your family. And then the next card that we do have is the card of grace. I'm hearing that this might have been the way that you actually died. I'm hearing drums of war, that you might have died in battle, but it was like there was this, it's almost like your death was beautiful in the sense of you died with honor, and it was with such belief that your death was not in vain, that you died for a good cause, is the message that's coming through. Wow, I did not expect to get that much with just the oracle cards. That's powerful, y'all. Okay. But I am getting just this fire energy of, it's like you had half of yourself who understood kind of the law of the land or how things were, but at the same time you had this other side to yourself. It's almost like you were probably really good with children, teaching them the ways of the tribe, and it feels like I'm hearing like the, you know, when there's somebody who is an elder or who's older than you and you just look up to them, like you were that type of person. Okay. Now I want to go ahead and see what was going on in that lifetime that might be affecting you currently. Okay, Spirit. What is the karmic debt that happened in this lifetime? What was the karmic debt that happened in this lifetime? In this past lifetime for group one? Wow. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. Whether it was a type of tribe or a kingdom, something came collapsing down. There was an end to the way things were. There's something about the tradition. It's like there was so much tradition and values in this tribe mentality, but then when it all came crumbling down, I get this feeling of scared that maybe it was in vain. It feels like now you might have this, like in your current life, you might hold on really tightly to those that you love, or you might be, let's say you work at a place, and even though the place isn't right for you, even though you know it's time to move on, you might have this, uh, this fear of letting go of that job because you don't, it's like this insecurity of losing it. You don't want to be without. And it's stemming from this past life where you sacrificed everything because it was for a cause that you strongly believed in. Something that you felt like was going to stand forever. Something that, like, it felt like you dying this way, like it was gonna be for the next generation. Like whenever we have relatives who go to war and they do it for their country or for their family, that you had such a strong conviction that that death wasn't going to be in vain. And reincarnating into this life, it's like there's been a reluctancy because that whole foundation of that tribe or that kingdom that you swore your life to, it's no more. Like it's not here anymore in this present time. And on a soul level, you know that. And so subconsciously, there's uh, this craving to want to hold on to your possessions. You might feel. I'm also hearing you might struggle with like overindulgence of things, like struggling between overindulgence and not eating enough. That's the message that's coming through for somebody. But there's this fear of losing everything, is the message that's coming through. Okay. See anything else I'm feeling real quick? The song I'm hearing now is I'll fly away, oh glory. Okay. So we're gonna see. Let's see. You know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the oracle cards. Spirit, how is this affecting group one? How is this affecting group one? What did I say in the beginning? I said there's something about your ancestral bloodline. Look, we have the card Ancestors here. I'm feeling that you might actually have reincarnated into the bloodline of that tribal line is the message that's coming through here. It's like your soul wanted to right the wrongs in this bloodline and to complete the karmic debt. And so you've reincarnated back into the same bloodline that you were in. It's the same exact bloodline. Like you're still in the family bloodline currently from that past life. Wow. How is this affecting group one, Spirit? There's a need to forgive yourself and to let go. How is this affecting group one? Okay. Yeah, we have the card Joy, rejoicing in the present. Also, what I'm hearing is that Spirit is wanting you to do some healing work, some meditations on releasing the past, for releasing this past life. Because rejoicing in the present on this card, she's standing there with her arms in the air, and there's a bunch of dying leaves just falling around her. And I'm being drawn back to this tree right here. There's a tree in this imagery. It's like subconsciously your soul is trying to keep this cycle alive. It's almost like a type of limbo. And you might get caught in these cycles where maybe your finances go up and then they go down and they go up. It's like there's a fluctuation in having enough and not having enough. Like It's because of this imbalance from this past life when holding on to uh, that the way that you had passed away in that life. But in this rejoicing in the present, it's time to let it go and to heal yourself from that, to know that it wasn't your fault, that you did the best that you could at that time, and that it's okay to surrender, it's okay to let go. You don't have to cling on so tightly to people and situations. And also, I'm hearing because you had such a strong tribal mindset where it was the tribe before the individual, in this lifetime, Spirit is wanting you to learn how to love yourself first before you give yourself freely to your tribe. Because it feels like some of y'all might, uh, like I said, you want to cling on so tightly to other people or to situations, jobs, and Spirit's calling you to release and let it go. Not saying to cut people out, you don't have to do that, but just to loosen your grip and to focus on self-love, to focus on the individual first. Okay. How else is this affecting group one, Spirit? And it just feels like family, like whether it's blood family or just people you're close with. Oh, hello. Oh, I can't take all those. Jeez, that's never freaking happened before. Do it. I think Spirit wants me to take all of them. Okay, I'm taking them. Okay, hello. Goodness gracious. Y'all saw that shit? Wow. Oh my gosh. Whew. Y'all getting emotional. Okay. Like I feel a lot of like bubbling emotion is what it feels like. Um, okay, so the next card we have, I did not expect to get all these cards. We have Skull of Light, Illumination. Okay. Right underneath that, we also have Skull of Stars, Infinite Possibilities. Yeah, what Spirit is wanting you to learn in this lifetime is that you sacrificed so much for others in your past life, and Spirit doesn't want you to keep repeating that cycle. Spirit wants you to see, to shine the light on the darkness and to be like, hey, look, you have the whole world at your disposal right now. You can be and do whatever you want. And also another message that's coming through is because you have that tribal mentality of putting the tribe first, you might neglect your own needs in this current life. And Spirit wants you to stop neglecting your needs because you're meant to be selfish in this life is the big message for you guys. Okay? So the next card that we do have over here is the Vampire, Emotional Intelligence. So like I was saying, because the vampire, whether it realizes or not, okay, whenever you're a part of a tribe and you're putting all you're clinging on to the ones that you love, you're actually being like you get your energy. Hey, Nat, get out of my coffee. There's a gnat in my coffee. Okay, sorry. It's sorry about that, y'all. But you're getting your energy from other people, and Spirit wants you to address where are you getting your energy from. There's this need to kind of go within and to kind of be a hermit and to self-reflect. And if you've been overly attaching to stuff, Spirit wants you to start attaching just to yourself and to revitalize yourself from within rather than clinging so tightly to people, places, and situations. The next card we do have is Lady de los Huertos, Acceptance and Equality. Okay. So this card is saying, let me just tune in real quick. Because we have a lot of skulls here, and then we have this imagery of the leaves. And this card talks about although things are beautiful on the outside, on the inside, we're all the same and we're all going to pass away one day. And so what she's saying. Like I'm getting this energy of filling a void because you put so much value and trust in other people. It's almost like there's this void of wanting to, you're trying to fill this void because now we live in a different society where it's like we really don't have much of a tribal mindset in our modern society. Like it's really mostly about individual. And so you might come across people who seem like they're selfish and stuff. But Spirit is saying that yes, it is good to have values. It just, yeah, there's nothing wrong with being in a tribe, but address that void. Because there's this big message of addressing the void that you might carry. And also another message that's coming through is that in this lifetime, you're meant to be selfish for yourself. And life is short. It's like I have this saying that I say sometimes. You know how they say YOLO, you only live once? But I like to say live as if you've already died. So if you've lived as if you've already died, then what did you do? It makes decision making a whole lot easier, I'll tell you. Okay? And so the last card we do have is the underworld, where all things pause and begin again. It does feel like there's a part of your soul, like there's something that was lost. Like you've lost an aspect of yourself, and Spirit is wanting you to go retrieve it. Uh, it's time to do some shadow work, is the big message here. And then at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Witch card. Okay. So I feel like for a lot of y'all, you might be trying to find your tribe or find your place where you fit in at, and maybe it's been really difficult. You've dealt with rejection a lot. With this card here, with the Witch, first off, you could have also been a shaman or a witch in that past life, like because we do have this sacred healing medicine room right here. And I was talking about that tribal energy. Definitely could have been a shaman. Like knew a lot of, you had a lot of wisdom. Like I said earlier, like you were the wise one that people looked up to. But it's saying that you're here to forge your own. You're here to create your own tribe. As in, get established within yourself as the individual. And then I'm being drawn back to this creativity card up here, if I can pick it up. Come here. You know what? I'll drag you. So, right here, I'm being drawn back to this fire right here. It's like there's a need to retrieve that inner fire that you have by going within and detaching from trying to attach so harshly or try to fit into other places. Once you go within and do the healing work and to rediscover who you truly are and what you want for yourself, there's going to be a light that's ignited in the dark. And you're going to attract people who are like-minded. And that's when you'll find your tribe. It's not going to be in trying to prove yourself or prove your worth to other people, but you have to know that you already are worthy. Like you're worthy right now the way you are. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and get some last oracle cards just to see some advice on what you guys can focus on. If I can grab them. These new nails, y'all. Can't pick nothing up. Alright, Spirit, what advice do you have for group 1 moving forward? What advice do you have moving forward? Wow, you cannot make this shit up. Wow. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the card Courage. And looky here. We got the lantern, we got the light. You see? I was getting that hermit mode. Like it's time to kind of like even though it might be scary to kind of detach from outside influences or detach from like your cell phone, Spirit's really calling you to go within right now and to discover who you truly are, and not just it's discovering the dark and the light, discovering what makes you tick, what you like, what you don't like really get in touch with yourself. Get in touch with your physical body, get in touch with your mind, do some meditations and stuff like that. And even though it's going to be scary to try to, go down that rabbit hole and do some shadow work, Spirit is saying that is trying to encourage you to have the courage to shine your own light because it's going to be a beacon for others. Okay? So the first card that we do have is the card of temptation. Okay, so like I was saying with this void energy, I was picking up from y'all, because it stems from this lifetime of being the sacrificial lamb, of sacrificing yourself. There's this temptation, like trying to fill that void of acceptance. And Spirit just really wants you to be aware of that right now. And then we have the card, see, this is what made me laugh. Family and tribe, okay? So this card talks about listening to the opinions of other people and not really thinking for yourself. Spirit is strongly trying to get you guys to think for yourself and to think outside of the tribe mentality. Okay? Big message for you guys. Because even though the tribe is important, to have a strong tribe, the individuals have to be strong. That's what makes the whole tribe strong. And then the last card that we do have is help from above. So know that as you decide, if you decide to go down into the rabbit hole and to really discover what it is that you actually want for yourself, not what your tribe wants, not what your family wants, not what your friends want from you, but what you want from you. Ask Spirit, ask your ancestors, ask them for help, okay? And know that you're not alone on your journey. And even though sometimes whenever you're looking for your tribe, you feel like you're by yourself, there's always a reason for the detour. Like me doing this channel here. I mean, like, I live in East Texas. I live in the Bible Belt, okay? So there ain't many tarot people or people who do this kind of stuff around here, okay? And if they do, they're hardcore in the closet. Like, this is the Baptist area. So I feel you. I understand what it feels like to not be able to find your tribe, But that's why I started this YouTube channel anyways, though. But yeah, ask for help. Ask Spirit for guidance. Okay? Well, those are the messages I have for you guys. This was a very intense reading, I'll tell you what. But I hope it found you blessed. I hope it gave you some clarity on your situation and how to move forward. If you like this, feel free to like and subscribe. Until next time, I'm on to group 2. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Bye-bye. Alright, you guys, if you chose group 2 with this glass rock, this will be your reading. Alright? So first we're going to start off with some oracle cards, and we're going to ask Spirit, who were you in a past life? So Spirit, who was group 2 in a past life? Who was group 2 in a past life? Who was group 2 in a past life? Okay. What I'm feeling here is you were somebody who was, I'm hearing master of your own domain. You were, whether it was in a tribe or some sort of group of people, you were the wise one, you were the leader. I'm hearing shaman type of energy. The first card we do have is the card challenge. You were the one that people came to when there was something going on, whether it was in the village or in the colony, I'm hearing. The next card we do have is Soul Awakening in the medicine pouch. Okay. I'm definitely feeling very shaman energy here. You were the wise one in the group. The next card we do have is Self-Mastery. You were a teacher. You mastered many challenges in your past lives. You guys have a very old soul. A lot of different reincarnations that you've dealt with in these different lifetimes. Then we have Inner Wisdom, Mother Gaia, on the bottom of the deck. I'm hearing some of y'all could be Pisces or Aquariuses. You don't have to be, but those are the two zodiac signs that just came to mind just now. I'm hearing that you were an examiner. Okay, this is weird. I'm getting this metaphor of, okay, this is some ancient alien shit, okay? I'm for real. It's like, if you've ever watched Ancient Aliens and they talk about the gods were actually like extraterrestrials who came here, and then of course they would have the tribal members would have their own interpretations of what of them being gods and not just extraterrestrials. It's that type of energy. Like I'm kind of getting that metaphor of, in the movie Pocahontas, whenever she's listening to her grandmother Willow, and she says, go look up in the tree, and like she climbs up on the tree, and she looks, and she sees these ships come in, and she says, "I see clouds, strange clouds." It's like the way, describing something that you saw that was otherworldly in a very tribal way, in a very what is the word that I'm looking for? Indigenous, describing things in an indigenous way that you could understand it. I'm hearing you were the intelligent one of the tribe or whatever group it was that you're in. Maybe the one that knew how to do is it called hieroglyphs? I think that's what they're called, like the symbols and stuff. Like you were the wise one who could write and count and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and get some more oracle cards. Spirit, who is group 2 in a past life? Okay, we have the card Peace. Another message that's coming through, because this imagery has the Virgin Mary and Jesus here. It could have been during those time periods, during the biblical time periods. Okay. 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 Hello. Oh, I don't even know if I should get into that in this reading. I'm going to. Fuck it. Okay. There's a message coming through. Whew. Okay. I don't know if any of y'all really know the true origins of what real Christianity was, but it wasn't what it is today. Uh, Jesus was actually teaching people that they were sovereign, and to be sovereign is to rule over your own self, and that nobody has power over you. And during those, it was a very political time period. The Romans were conquering the Jews, they were taking over everywhere, and with this new found kind of religion, the Gnostic Christianity, having sovereignty over yourself, then the Romans kind of hijacked the truth, and they made Christianity their own. Hence Catholicism, Roman Catholic, right? And like it just feels like there was something that you were trying to, like I'm hearing truth. There is a truth that was stored in you from those time periods. I'm getting drawn back to this inner wisdom. The truth of that movement is the message that's coming through. Y'all, this is very powerful stuff here. I was not expecting to talk about this kind of stuff. Okay. There was a covering up of truth. And this is, okay, okay. This is the type of, this is like Gandhi energy. This is Jesus energy. This is Buddha energy. This is like, they all have something in common. It's the truth. And what is the truth? That peace and love wins in the end. And it feels, sorry, there's a gnat in here, that's why I keep spotting. And there's this, whether you realize it or not, like, you might be the type of person to question things. Like, you're not really the type of person to sit there and take things for face value. And that's because your soul knows on a deeper level from your past life that there were truths that were hidden from society. That's why we kind of live in the society where everything's kind of uh, desensitized, right? Let's go ahead and get some more Oracle Spirit. Who are they in a past life? Oh, hello. Okay. We have the card Enchantment. It feels like you were a very intelligent master of some sort, and something took you or your people off course. I'm getting this message of something being taken away. Okay, we have Reflection. Okay, what was I saying about love and peace? Look, love and peace. I feel like it feels as though you may have passed on from a cause, as in dying for the truth. I'm kind of getting a martyr energy, but like I'm hearing sovereignty. You knew that love was worth dying for. And we have this challenge card here. Like something came and rocked the boat. It just feels like this biblical time period where people's rights were taken away. The Romans kind of like it just feels like this time period. I mean, technically, if you want to get technical, we're still technically on. That gets into. I'm getting into like the deep stuff. I don't know if some of y'all can keep up with this, but uh, this enchantment card though, and look in here, freedom, freedom. Okay, you had truth and knowledge, and it could have been something that came from whether it was an extraterrestrial truth of who we truly were, but love, freedom, peace. You were somebody who was following the true movement of Christianity, the Gnostics, which is the esoteric form of Christianity. Um, and with this enchantment card, this card is talking about understanding that something was distorted. A truth was distorted. Is the message that's coming through. And for some of you, you may have went out into hiding. Went out into hiding because of persecution. I just heard if you can't beat them, join them. Which that's exactly what the Romans did. They could have stopped the movement. And then they took what true Christianity was and they twisted it into what is pretty much today's modern Catholicism. Then you have the Protestants. Not hating on them, I'm just saying that a lot of them don't know the truth or the history, really. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get some tarot cards. We're going to see how is this affecting you currently. Spirit, how is this past life affecting group 2 currently? How is this affecting them currently? Ooh, hello cards. Okay, the bottom of the deck we have Strength. You seem like the type of person even today. This is something that's carried on from that past life. You're a very contemplative person, very self-controlled. Uh, I wouldn't just label it as like introverted, but you're very self-aware, self-controlled, as in like you keep to your own. You're very self-reflected. The first card we did get is Birth of Light, Three of Fire. There's this anticipation of something on the horizon, always feeling like there's something about to happen. It's almost like for some of you guys, this is a specific message. You might have some PTSD or like have anxiety, scared that something like, because like I was saying, escaping persecution and when you go into hiding, that can have an effect on the soul. That could be something that you've carried on into this life. The next card that we have is Five of Fire, the struggle. There is this energy of constant, it could be conflicts with things that oppose, I'm feeling. Uh, Feeling like a square peg trying to fit into a round hole is the energy. Wow, y'all. Oh my God. This is the Jewish star? The Star of David? You gotta be shitting me. Look at this. I might be just revealing a new truth to y'all or something. I don't know. There's the Star of freaking David. You dealt with persecutions, and you might still currently feel like you're constantly like being victimized, uh, or feeling like always fighting for the underdog is the energy that's coming through. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Water, Still Waters. Okay. There's this energy of feeling like you battle with persecutions or uh yeah, fighting for the underdog. Uh an uphill battle is what I'm hearing. Okay. Also I'm hearing battling between what's true and what's an illusion. It's almost like this energy of having to hold your own in the midst of toxicity. Like I'm seeing this metaphor of like a a white light and then these like really dark energies around you. For some of you, you could have like been born like let's say like in a kind of toxic family upbringing where you were kind of the bird in a cow family is the metaphor that I'm getting. Okay. But I do want to come back to this inner wisdom card right here. No matter what type of struggles that you've dealt with or what you've been going through currently in your life, know that you do have this inner wisdom from this past life that the truth is that you are a sovereign being and no one can take that power away from you. And if you feel like you're still like going through like feeling like a victim, it's time to take back the power and to not give that power away to those people because they are of lower energies. And it does feel like you're meant to be a leader. I'm hearing to be the voice for others. Oh, I'm feeling this energy right here in my stomach. When I feel that, that means that spirit's really talking through me right now. Oh, okay. We're gonna see how else does this affected you. Spirit, how has this affected group two? How has this affected group two? And hey, if you don't know anything about the true origins of Christianity, I will leave a link down below in the description on Mark Passio. He actually did a whole series on it's called Fake Ass Christians or Fake Ass Christianity. Uh, Okay, we have the spider, community, and web weaving. Okay. Yeah, this is showing that it's all interconnected, that although you might have been a martyr in that life for the cause, that your death wasn't in vain, and that I'm hearing that you have unfinished business. You might be a truth seeker, uh, feeling like you have to do something. And this is kind of a confirmation for you guys. Okay, we have joy, rejoicing in the present. Group 1 got this card. And I shuffle these really good. Okay. Yeah, it feels like y'all are here to birth the new earth is what's coming through. It's like even though the dark powers that be try to suppress the truth, that we all have the individual power to create the life that we desire, which is a life of peace and love and joy and harmony. It's like you're here to live as an example of that. We have the graveyard, unnecessary fear. Spirit is coming in to tell you that what happened in your past life is not going to repeat the way it did, that you have nothing to fear, and that you're protected. And it's partly due to you having to kind of die for that cause. Because what it did do is it actually paved the way for the next generations. Yep, at the bottom of the deck we have the dawn, the light after the darkness. So you have an unnecessary fear. Okay? Also, I'm hearing the word alienation come through, and it has to do with your community and people that you're around. You're being called to think differently and to be the exception. You are the exception to the rules, is the message that's coming through, especially with this light after the darkness. Okay? This is a different time period. Like, this is the time for you to create through reality that it's like having heaven on earth. That's what that really means. Heaven on earth. That's what was truly intended, not for us to go, you know, go and leave this planet. Like, no. You know, a lot of people, like, a lot of Christians, I don't hate on Christians. There's some sweet people out there. But they get kind of delusional thinking that, we just die just to go to heaven. It's like, no, this is our home. We're born here. We're supposed to defend this realm. If you live in a lethargic existence and think, oh, I've just been saved and I'm just gonna go to heaven, it's like you just give up your responsibility for the next generation. That's this message that's coming in for you guys. It's like you understand that there's a responsibility for the next generation. What are we gonna leave behind for the next group of kids coming up, right? But okay, let's go ahead and get some advice for you guys. Yeah, I'll leave that link down below for you guys if you want to check it out. It's pretty long, but whew, I hope y'all don't think I'm crazy talking about this. Oh, Lord have mercy. Spirit, what messages do you have for group 2? Okay, we have the card of temptation. Okay, let's see the context. What advice do you have for group 2? We got hole in the soul. Say what you mean. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have sexual arts. This is the union between the masculine and the feminine. It feels that you do embody both aspects of masculine and feminine. Also, the number 33 is popping up. So, if you want to look that angel number up, we have number 33. Temptation, hole in the soul, and say what you mean. Because of this past life of persecution and going into hiding, you might have this fear of speaking your mind sometimes, trying to sweep things under the rug just to make other people feel comfortable. And in doing so, it feels like there's this, it's like you have a desire to speak and to say your truth. And this is the encouragement for you. Because otherwise, with this hole in the soul card, I'm being drawn to the idea of, it's a little bit similar to group one in a way with, they say you only live once, but I always say, live as if you've already died. And whenever you say that, it kind of makes decision making a lot easier. But there's this need to like say what it is that you mean. Because otherwise there's this void. It's like you're not gonna fulfill what it is that you're meant to do in this lifetime if you just stay quiet. Because although you might have this subconscious fear from that past life of being persecuted and going into hiding and having to suppress truth, it's like Spirit wants you to know that you're not in danger for speaking your truth and that you do have a lot to share with others because we do have the self-mastery card as soul awakening. So you're meant to wake up and to wake other people up. Otherwise, you're gonna live a life of uh, like you'll be on your deathbed like, oh, I wish I would have lived my life to the fullest and said what I needed to say. It's that type of energy. And then we have this temptation card. And with temptation, it's saying to be discerning of what is meant for you and what is not meant for you. So you might be currently going through a situation where you're holding on to people's situations that don't serve you. Okay? Do what it is that is right for you. Is the big message that's coming in for you guys. Being drawn back over here to the sexual arts card. A specific message coming through. There is this energy of uh, needing to heal root chakra. If something's ever happened to you where it made you close off and feel kind of insecure and imbalanced, Spirit is wanting you to kind of heal that and to get grounded in yourself, is the big message. Okay, anything else I'm picking up? Spirit wants me to tell you it is always darkest before the dawn, okay? All right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna leave the message there because I said that because we got 3 cards that talk about that. Light after the darkness, and then with this soul awakening card right here, if I could pick it up. Hi, come on, come on. I can't, okay. See, there's this light coming up right here. Like it just feels like there's a light coming up on the horizon for you guys, and to keep your heads up if you've been feeling down. Okay. Well, those are the messages I have for you guys. If it resonated, feel free to like and subscribe. I know it was a crazy reading, okay? Okay, so yeah. All right, I'm on to group 3. Y'all have a good one. Bye. All right, you guys, if you chose group 3 with this raw rose quartz, this is gonna be your reading, okay? So we've had some crazy readings, okay? Like, ooh, crazy. But we're gonna find out who are you in a past life, okay? Spirit, who is group 3 in a past life? Dang. Who is group 3 in a past life? Spirit say get one more. Oh, that one too. Okay. That one flew out. Okay, this is, I don't usually get into, like, the starseed stuff, really, personally, just because, that the starseeds, the twin flames, they can get, it's too much. I like to keep it simple, focus on what's right here, but this reading right here, y'all are starseeds, okay? Like, and I'm seeing Egypt, Egyptian wisdom, The first card that we have is Truth and Integrity. And I'm being drawn to the Ankh right here. I just heard Light Seer. Like, this is some extraterrestrial shit, y'all. The next card that we have is the card Rejuvenation Plant. I'm getting that you were a plant alchemist, a medicine healer, somebody who dealt with medicines using herbs. The next card we do have is Angels and Spirit Guides, the upper worlds. Definitely high dimensional people. This is y'all were definitely star seeds, and y'all. I don't even know if y'all had. Well, yeah, you had the past life in Egypt. That's what's really coming through. And the next card we have is the card Rebirth. I'm really getting this light energy from this group. It's very light. It's very understanding is the word that I'm feeling. Uh, mentorship. The last card that we do have is freedom. And then there's that eagle. I don't know why I'm hearing this song in my head that I haven't heard probably since I was in high school. It's from that band. I think it's called Him, H-I-M. Rip off the wings of a butterfly for your soul. Feels like your soul came to reincarnate in this lifetime as a type of sacrifice, as in, you could have stayed up in the higher realms and been more comfortable, but you came down here to spread light and truth. And also to be this light-hearted energy in this very chaotic, heavy world is the message coming through. Card at the bottom of the deck is self-mastery. It feels as though I'm getting very extraterrestrial energy. It's so weird. I wasn't expecting that. But with the self-mastery card, angels and spirit guides, and truth and integrity, there's just this energy of a higher awareness. You could have been, it just, you could have been spirit guides in your past life. Like you're a soul that was guiding other souls. And now you're here in the physical plane to guide people. Okay, let's get some more messages. We've just been having some weird readings today, I swear. Spirit, who was group 3 in a past life? But you carried wisdom is from the Egyptian times, I'm seeing. I'm hearing you might be connected to the desert. Who is group 3 in a past life, Spirit? Okay. I just heard gatekeeper. Who is group 3 in a past life? I'm also hearing the word amnesia. Yeah. I said gatekeeper. Look, we have protection. You were a gatekeeper of some sort. The next over here we have discernment. There's just this energy of gatekeeping for some reason. A gatekeeper of hidden knowledge and truth. And then we have the card union. And at the bottom of the deck we have the card abundance. For some reason I'm hearing this metaphor of whatever will be, and that life is cycles. And I understand that although things will fall away, things will come again. You were a gatekeeper of hidden truths and knowledge. But the thing is, it's not just that it's hidden, it's actually so simple. This group is the star seeds, the indigos, those who are from other places, it feels. Those who had knowledge of the divine. Hmm. I'm hearing sanctuary and temple. For some past lives, you could have been a monk, like a Buddhist monk, I'm feeling. Also, I'm feeling this message for those who resonate with this. There was like this restrictive energy of like, kind of like order, like, okay, I have my self-disciplines. This is what I do. I meditate. Everything is kind of set in schedule. It's kind of like a commune type of energy that I'm feeling. But it's like having that lifetime in the type of monk sanctuary. It's like you doing all the meditations, doing the downloads, tapping into the inner knowledge that was already there. You might battle with not under, not understanding why it is, like why life is the way it is today. Where before you may have come from like in that past life in a commune where it was like everything was kind of orchestrated and like meals were prepared at certain hours, do meditation, like everything was structured like that. It's like life's not so simple like that anymore. So it might be hard for you guys to get into a routine as a message that's coming in for you guys because I do feel this very light energy. Like it's almost dreamy Piscean type of energy that I'm feeling. But there may be a kind of a struggle to get structured because we also have this freedom card here with the eagle, not wanting to be bound. Okay, let's go ahead and get some tarot cards. Spirit, who was group 3 in a past life? Oh, damn. Who's group 3 in a past life? Get one more card. Ooh, yeah. The bottom of the deck, we have the Muse of Voices, which is like the King of Swords. Being a delegate. It just feels like, yeah, this, because we have King of Swords, the protection card, she has a sword. The sword represents truth, okay? And the King of Swords is a very delegate type of energy. It's an expert at what they do, or having a lot of knowledge about things. And the first card we do have is the Ten of Voices. It does feel in this past life, in the sanctuary, your soul may have been craving for more because, okay, I'm getting a message. Your soul was craving for more uh, because everything was so timed for you. There was this energy of wanting more. So although you had all this wisdom and understanding of truth, it's like there was this desire to leave that for a while and go explore the physical. So in your current life, you might, it's like although you have this inner knowing and truth, like subconsciously deep inside of you, currently you might be the type of person who wants to go on an adventure, who wants to go out for a drive for no reason, or go do things for absolutely no reason just to experience it. Your soul is currently craving experience, okay? And it's almost like if you don't get the experience, it becomes like a burden. You feel kind of restricted and like a like a bird, like a wild bird in a cage is what it feels like. It's like you've mastered on that plane, you mastered the spiritual truths. You mastered the metaphysical truths. And now your soul is craving to experience the physical, to embrace the physical, to have experiences. And the next card we do have is the Nine of Swords, or the Nine of Voices here. This is very restless energy. It's like this energy of wanting more. The next two cards we have is Justice, okay? And then we have Awakening. It just feels because you were rather confined in a sense in that past life that now, like, you're here to, it's like you're the complete opposite of what you were or who you are at that soul level, if that makes sense. It's like because you experienced all of that, you want to experience, like I said, like this is very adventurous type of energy. Like you want to spread your wings and fly with this awakening card. I'm also hearing that you might be really quick to cut like certain things out of your life. So that's a specific message that's coming through. Let's go ahead and get some more oracle cards. Spirit, how is this affecting their current situation? Okay. We have the Cauldron, Synergy, and Healing. I do get this kind of impatience energy with you guys. Uh, Whenever you're going through like difficult situations, it's kind of hard to sit still a little bit. But Spirit's coming in to let you know that the pressures that you deal with on a daily basis is actually forming you, because you came here to experience this physical realm, to actually experience life, like the physical, to to experience good food, or smelling roses, or driving with the windows down and your hair blowing in the wind. Like sensational physical things is what you came here to experience. But the thing about coming to this earth to experience the physical, not only is there pleasure, but there is also pain. And Spirit is wanting you to understand that you can't have pain, like pain and pleasure have to coexist. You can't have too much pleasure. There has to be a balance of pain as well. And the pain and the pressures that you deal with are actually helping to mold you, and you're fulfilling what it is that you came here to do, which is to experience this physical, because you already have a soul deep understanding of the spiritual, okay? Because you've already had incarnations where you mastered spirituality, you mastered being the guru or the shaman, okay? There's also a message coming through is that you might kind of avoid painful situations, and Spirit's encouraging you to just feel it, because that's what you're here to do. That's your soul contract. Spirit, how is this affecting their current life? Ooh, hello. Okay, we have Barbrack, Sweetness is Synergy. Okay, so with the Barbrack card, it talks about how every slice that you cut into, there's a different thing. Like there's a sweet pea, there's a coin, like you never know what you're gonna get. And this is saying that sometimes life can feel a little bit unpredictable for you guys. And you might struggle with discerning, uh, I'm hearing with social cues for some of you. And sometimes it just feels like you never really know what to expect with life. And you might have some trust issues with people. Okay? Okay. whenever you find yourself not trusting other people, it's that's a time to tap into yourself and to tap into that spiritual side that resides in you and to meditate because that's where you'll find your answers if people are trustworthy or not. Okay, that's a message that's coming in for you guys. How is this affecting their current life, Spirit? Okay, we have the graveyard, unnecessary fear. Yeah, when it comes to, like I was talking about with pleasure and pain, Spirit is asking you to not be afraid because it's like in order to really embrace this physical reality, you have to understand that sometimes life can be a little bit unpredictable. But there's like Spirit's calling you to trust more. Um, yeah, there's just this big message of needing to trust more, to trust a possibility, to trust that not everybody's going to be out to get you. And I just heard take that leap of faith. So whatever leap of faith you've been maybe procrastinating on because you don't know if you can trust it, uh, know that you were put here to experience it. I'm hearing you were here to experience rejection, but you're also here to experience exhilaration, okay? So just because people tell you no doesn't mean that everyone's going to tell you no. Somebody's got to say yes to you. Somebody's got to say yes to you. I mean, I'm saying that here to you guys right now because, I live in East Texas and I get told no a lot by people because if you know anything about the Bible Belt, there's not many people who are into this kind of stuff, right? So that's why I was like, fuck it, I'll make a YouTube channel, I'll find my people. So not everyone's gonna say no to you. Somebody's gotta say yes to you. Okay? Let's get one more card, Spirit. How is this affecting the current situation? Ooh, and this one wants to come up too. Okay. Okay, we have midnight, the most magical hour of all. I am getting this message of restlessness for you guys. And this next card we do have is Eternal Love. Love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. So this is a message from your spirit guides coming through. You might be having kind of sleepless nights and feeling kind of agitated or uh, just not really trusting in the direction, but your spirit guides are coming in to say that you're protected and you're loved. And that if no one's told you that recently, they're telling you that right now, and they want you to know that you're not alone. Okay? Yeah, on the bottom of the deck, we have the ghost and regret. Okay? Spirit wants you to know, like I was saying, you came here to really experience this physical reality. And in doing so, sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we do things that are kind of out of alignment with our character. Nobody is perfect. We all have skeletons in our closet, okay? So with this ghost regret card, you experienced it. It's time to forgive yourself. This is a very specific message. It's time to forgive yourself. Cry, let it out if you need to, and forgive those who were involved. So that's a very specific message, okay? And I'll send you my love, okay? Okay, let's pull from one more deck, Spirit. Let's get some advice. What advice do you have for group 3? What advice do you have for group 3? Okay. First card we have is Alchemy. So we have that Alchemy, and then we have that Barbrack. Spirit is calling you to be the alchemist of your life and to create something different. If there's something different that you've been wanting to do, Spirit is really encouraging you to just do it. okay? Oh, ooh, hello. Hello. Okay. Let me just say, first off, we have the alchemy card. Then we also have this cauldron card, the synergy and healing. So, and look, there's two cauldrons. Okay, so for some of y'all could have also been an alchemist in a past life, and that's a gift that you currently have. Like, oh yeah, like I was saying in the beginning, I don't know if you remember, but if I could pick the damn card up, hold on one second. With this plant card, I was saying that some of y'all could have been like, yeah, I said plant alchemist. Completely forgot about that. Yeah, that's a gift that you still have, but Spirit is asking you, A, either work with plant medicines, because that's a talent that you carry from that past life, or B, just be the alchemist of your life and know that the pressure is going to create a diamond. Okay? The next card we do have is the card Beauty. So despite any snakes in the grass or your inner demons or any fears, because we have the snake right here, focus on your heart and focus on your beauty. Know that you are beautiful on the inside and the outside. And it's time to start appreciating yourself more and to know that you are worthy of good things, okay? And then also we have the card Dreams. So this is the card that's giving you the green light to go ahead and follow your dreams no matter how crazy and whimsical they are. And know that you're here to experience life to the fullest. That's why you're reincarnated here. You're reincarnated here to experience, just so after this go get you some chocolate cake or something. Okay. Ooh, y'all. Ooh. At the bottom of the deck, we got sexuality. Hi. So not only do we have beauty, but we also have sexuality. So this is really giving me those physical vibes. Spirit wants you to start tapping into your sexuality, into your physicality. Start doing some self-care things if you aren't already, whether it's like moisturizing yourself, hot showers, wearing, exfoliation masks. Do things that make you feel good and feel like you're in your body. Turn on some sensual music, close the door, do some like intuitive healing dancing just by yourself just to get into your body because this is the big message for you guys because you're meant to experience this physical reality is the message I'm feeling for y'all, and it's really time to start seeing what works for you. Okay, well, those are the messages I have for you guys. If this if this reading resonated, feel free to like and subscribe, okay? All right, you guys. Well, y'all have a blessed day, blessed night, whenever you're watching this. And on to group number 4. Y'all have a good one. Ta-ta. All right, you guys. If you chose group 3 with the selenite heart, this is going to be your reading. All right, so you're going to have to pardon me. My cat, you can't see him. Leo, why are you right here? I'm trying to do a reading. Okay. All right, you guys. We are asking Spirit, who were you in a past life? Okay, Spirit. Spirit, who was group 3 in a past life? Who was group 3 in a past life? Okay, I'm already feeling the bottom of the deck we have inner wisdom. I'm hearing faded, and I'm also picking up Renaissance energy from these cards. What I'm seeing is Architect. The first card that we have is the card of creativity. I'm feeling a lot of energy from this reading right here already. Then we have the card Transformation. I'm hearing Renaissance. You guys were definitely involved with the architect and the art during the Renaissance. The next card we have is the card Intention. Okay. So this is that time period of right after the Dark Ages and the medieval times. Then we had the Renaissance, which was the birth of art, the birth of abundance and creativity again. And you were involved with that movement because you see with this Intention card right here, see it's dry. Oh, there he goes. You getting there, Leo? with this intention card, it's like there's this dry spell, but then like setting the intention to create this water, and then we have this this creativity energy, right? It's like creating something from the ashes, okay? With this transformation card. Woof, that's so cool. Anything else I'm feeling? It just feels like this very abundant time. Y'all were creative people, so that could be something that you carry on in this lifetime, of being a creative, okay? And then we have, yeah, with this inner wisdom right here. This was, oh, hello. We have crystal blessing here, okay? These two cards are really giving me similar energies. Wow. Oh, and then self-expression. Hey, you can't make this up. Yeah, it's just this energy of this is fated. I'm hearing it's almost like manifest destiny type of energy. Manifest destiny. Manifest destiny. There's this driving force, this energy, this movement. It's like a wave. You know, like creatively in society we have these waves, kind of like for example, like the 90s grunge, like that was a wave. The Renaissance, that was a wave. Like you were a part of that creative wave. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more cards. Spirit. Who is group four? I did say for group four. This is the first time I've had four groups. I usually do three. Who is group four in a past life? Oh, okay. Who is group four in a past life, Spirit? Who is group four in a past life? One more card, Spirit. Who is group four? Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have the card Dreams. Okay, let me just tune into this real quick. It feels, I'm hearing social butterflies, connections. A specific message coming through. Because we have this gentleness card, and she's dressed in white, this purity, this bride. Then we have kindred spirits, okay? You were together with like-minded people. But then we have this transition card. And then we have the card Union. It was a very beautiful time period to create, and it was because this was a transitional period of of seeing possibility of dreaming again after the dark period in society. Okay. But a message that's coming through for some of you is that there was you dealt with a broken heart. Uh, I'm hearing a lover died or something like that, and so you amidst your energy into creating, whether it was the infrastructures of the European time periods, or or painting, doing sculptural art, like pouring your emotion into these creations. Okay, let's go ahead and get some tarot cards, Spirit. Who is group four in a past life? Who is group four in this past life? Yep. Who is group four in this past life? Who is group four in this past life, Spirit? Ooh, yeah, that's great. Yep. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. Now, first card we have is the Two of Swords. In this past life, you had a decision to make. You could either wallow in your heartbreak, because like I said, I was feeling heartbreak. We have the Three of Swords here. You could either wallow and fall into that dark pit, or you could channel your energy into creating, uh, into this creative Renaissance movement. And then we have the Sun card. Okay, so you had this hyper focus, and I'm getting drawn to these eyes over here. You you listened to your heart, even though it's like you had a vision that you weren't going to. It's this energy of just because things look a certain way doesn't mean that that's the way it is. It's almost like that quote, I think it's originally from Albert Einstein, that your imagination is a preview to life's coming attractions. And you had this understanding and you had this vision of what you wanted to create artistically through this Renaissance movement. And that although your heart was broken, you were going to use that to create something beautiful. Okay? And then we have the Hierophant. This is giving me very cathedral type of energy. You could have been an architect for the cathedrals that were being built, the infrastructures. I'm hearing that in that lifetime you could have been religious, you could have been, like Catholic, because during that time period that was what was very, most people usually were in the European setting. But it was like creating for a higher purpose, to heal your heart, and also just to create for the higher purpose, for the higher good. That it was God ordained is the energy that I'm feeling. There is this philosophy that everything happens for a reason, so that might be a quote that you say often. Now, I do want to say we do have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I'm kind of getting this energy. It's almost like your heart was broken, and yes, there was this channeling your emotions and energy into these creative projects during this time period, but it's almost like you kind of hardened your heart in the situation, because to deal with that pain of losing someone you cared about was too much to really bear. And so almost like building this wall of like not, like I'm also getting a vow of celibacy in this lifetime. And currently you might struggle with sexuality or with trusting people or putting your heart out on your sleeve because there was a vow of celibacy in this lifetime. Wow. Also, whenever you were in this lifetime, I'm hearing that you were also a delegate in the infrastructures that were being built. Like people would come to you on like how to place things, or how this should be set, the infrastructures and whatnot, with this Queen of Swords here. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more cards. Spirit, how is this currently affecting group 4? How is this currently affecting group 4? That's so weird. Everyone's gotten this card. Joy, rejoicing in the present. And I shuffle these like profusely. Okay. How is this currently affecting them in this lifetime? Oh, no. Dang. Okay, the bottom of the deck we have the card Witch. The earthly weaver of the worlds. I'm getting this energy of, I'm hearing taboo. There's almost this suppression of, I'm hearing of sexuality or of like the physicality is the energy that I'm feeling. We have this witch card here, which generally talks about uh, having like you have power within you with this her hands she has this energy. You're a creative person, okay? You're you're this person who could create from nothing or being resourceful with what you have around you. I just heard that word ostracized. It feels like you are in a very transitional period right now, and there's kind of been this reluctancy to change or mix things up. It just feels like a very stuffy type of energy that I'm feeling for you guys. Like this is something you've been battling with, wanting to express your true colors, but sometimes not really sure what that really means for you now. The next card we have is Dawn, the light after the darkness. And then we have an owl. You have this ability to see in the dark, as in, you do have this ability, like, there's this strong faith that all will be well in the end. But it does, I just feel this very kind of stuffy energy because I'm coming over here. We have the mummy, the change card. It's like there's a need to let the old die. That way you can embrace this new side of yourself that you're wanting to express. Um, I'm being drawn back to this Three of Swords over here for some reason. Hold on, let me tune in. Spirit is wanting you to not take life as seriously. You could do some past life regression work in regards to your broken heart because it's a very subconscious thing because it happened in a past life. We have change, this rejoicing in the present. There's these dying leaves. And we also have the light after the darkness. Change is on the horizon for you. Then we have trick or treat, mischief, and play. Spirit is really calling you right now to let your hair down and to not be so uptight, okay? And I know that we have responsibilities as adults, if you're an adult watching this. Uh, it just feels like right now, there's an aspect of that past life that needs to be brought forth, as in, you're meant to be transformative. And it feels like this broken heart has stifled some change for you. Like you know you need to make certain changes, but it's like there's this reluctancy to. And I'm also hearing the word burnout. Okay. But with this witch card at the bottom of the deck, another message coming through is that to look back at this time period during the Renaissance, the word Renaissance means rebirth, reborn, okay? And there was a birthing of a new style of art. It was beautiful, it was romanticized, whereas before it was very gray and kind of dull. Now we are in this lifetime now, and you're watching this, and it's time to birth another movement. There's something creative in you that's wanting to be ignited somehow. But when I say creative, it could be in anything. It doesn't have to be the stereotypical artist like painter or, sculptor. It can literally be anything. With this witch card, it's saying that that time period, it was a very unorthodox thing to actually be an artist. Because if you think of the contrast of the medieval times and how dark and they lived in a very lack mentality, and then all of a sudden there was this flip to everyone uh, believing in abundance and love and truth. It's like this type, like it's a it's like a cycle that's happening for you right now. You're meant to cause, like, there's another wave surging, and Spirit is calling you to jump in on the wave with this witch card and to do something different, to not follow the crowd, okay? But to be a leader of change, okay? And to not take yourself so seriously, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get some more cards. Spirit, what advice do you have for them? What advice do you have for group 4? One more card. What advice do you have for group 4? Yeah, okay. The bottom of the deck, we have the card of temptation. Okay, so the first card we have is self-sabotage. We have self-sabotage, temptation, and procrastination right here. Spirit is saying that Spirit, your guides, your ancestors, they've seen you. It's like this anxiety of wanting to start, but you have, it's like such a perfectionistic mindset, which does stem from this lifetime because being in that leadership position, you had to delegate details. So you are a very detail-oriented person, but sometimes this can get you into trouble where you'll be such a perfectionist that you don't want to start because you don't want to fuck up. The Spirit is saying, just do it. It doesn't matter if it's sloppy, just as long as you just take the first steps towards what it is that you're wanting to do. Because you see with this self-sabotage card, she has a candle, but the candle went out. And she's got these like inner like demons right here behind her, like telling her that she's not good enough and that she can't do it, whether you're a guy or a girl. Don't let your inner demons or your past hold you back from your future. We have this card of sexuality. Spirit's calling you to tap into your sensuality, your sexuality, to get to your body, to maybe play some music that makes you feel good, to start appreciating yourself more, to know that you have this plethora of creative energy within you. Maybe do some sacral chakra healing meditations. I'll post a link down below for you guys. But yeah, I'll post a link down below for you guys, and y'all could go check that out. It'll help you a lot to get, kind of into your body. But to not be ashamed of that. And also, we have the card of love. Let love be your inner focus. And I really get a big sense of self-love for you guys. To not be ashamed of who you are. And it's like, even if the first steps are sloppy, it's like trying to run and you're like kind of tripping over your feet kind of thing. Just do it. It doesn't matter if you trip. Just get back up and keep going. Yeah, and then we have this card of procrastination, okay? So, yeah, there's something that you've been procrastinating on, okay? If you got the idea, just do it. It just feels like I have a lot of creative energy in this group. Okay? But at the bottom of this deck with the card Temptation, it's just making me think of this procrastination card. Just know that you're safe to be yourself, because if you think back to this past life where you accomplished that, just think of what more you can accomplish in this time period. Because right now we live in the age of technology. Like literally, we have the power in our hands to do anything that we want to. We're on another wave, and Spirit is asking you to jump on the wave with us, okay? All right, you guys, those are the messages I have for you. If this reading resonated with you, feel free to like and subscribe. And I just send you all of my love. Until next time, y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. I'll see y'all next time. Ta-ta.